Two big FAFSA mistakes that can cost you money. Hi everyone, I'm Tina Steele, the FAFSA Guru, and if you like what I have to say, be sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking the link below. In this line of business, I see so many families make mistakes when it comes to filling out the FAFSA form. And FAFSA mistakes means that you can lose out on precious financial aid. So let's talk about two of the biggest ones that I see. The first one is misreporting asset information on the FAFSA. There are a couple of protected assets that students and parents do not have to report. One is the value of the primary home that you live in, and the other one is the value of retirement accounts. Reporting either of these things as an investment on the FAFSA can significantly inflate your assets, which will inflate what's called your student aid index, what used to be called the EFC. And this student aid index is what college financial aid offices use to determine financial aid offers. So when you're filling out the FAFSA, make sure that you never report the value of the primary home that you live in or the total value of your retirement accounts. There was another big change on this year's FAFSA in terms of how to report the value of a 529 plan that I want to cover so you don't make this mistake. When you fill out a FAFSA form, if you own a 529 plan on behalf of your child, that is reported as a parent investment and not a student investment. Reporting it as a student investment can actually cost you money because student investments get hit harder when it comes to that student aid index number. So first, make sure you report that as a parent investment. And then secondly, if you own multiple 529 plans for more than one child, only report the value of the 529 plan for the child whose FAFSA you're filling out. Otherwise, that 529 investment amount is really going to be inflated. In years past, as a parent, you were always required to report the total value of all 529 plans for every child in the household. But going forward, you no longer have to do that, and you only have to report the 529 value for the child who you're filling the FAFSA out for. So essentially, there are three things to really pay attention to when it comes to the asset information on the FAFSA. Do not report the value of the primary home you live in. Don't report the value of the retirement accounts that you own, you or your spouse, or the student. And then lastly, don't misreport the 529 value, as I just mentioned. The second really big mistake I see that has literally cost students and families thousands and thousands of dollars is not reporting special circumstances directly to the college financial aid office. And what I mean by that is when you fill out a FAFSA form, you are required to use a certain year's tax return along with your current investment and asset value. Usually the tax return that you use is the prior year. So for example, for the 24-25 FAFSA that everybody just filled out, that was based on 22 income. For the 25-26 FAFSA that opens up October 1st, that's going to be based on 23 income. Well, a lot of times a family might have a situation where they've lost a job or their income is going to be significantly less in the years after the year that was required to report on the FAFSA. This is absolutely considered a special circumstance. So if you will have a reduced income in either of the years after the year that's required to be reported on the FAFSA, it's crucial that you notify the college financial aid about this. Every college financial aid office has in place what are called special circumstances, and if you navigate to their website, you can pull up a list to see what those are. Other special circumstances include significant medical or dental expenses in the household, elder care expenses that you might be paying, and also if your income on the tax form that you used to fill out the FAFSA was inflated due to a one-time source of income such as a capital gain or a retirement distribution, that's also considered a special circumstance that you need to let the financial aid office know about. Some college financial aid offices will also take into consideration K through 12 private education expenses that you might pay for other children. So if you have a financial situation, you're not quite sure whether or not it qualifies as a special circumstance, just navigate to the college website, type in special circumstances in their search bar, and it should bring you to their policy around reporting this information and what they will take into consideration. When you report these special circumstances, what the college financial aid office will do is actually look at that new information in place of the information that you put on the FAFSA form, and they can recalculate your SAI or that student aid index number, which can essentially help the student get more financial aid, especially if there's a lower income or one of the other special circumstances applies that I just mentioned. It's important that you're doing everything possible to really maximize those financial aid offers. And if you happen to be the parent of a high school senior or a rising high school senior, be sure to check out my FAFSA and Financial Aid Academy. This is my signature program I run every single year from September through May, and I'll guide you step by step through the overwhelming senior year financial aid process and help you get the best financial aid offers possible. There are 3 different levels of service to choose from depending on how closely you want to work with me. And if you're coming across this video after the Academy begins, I do keep enrollment open usually through November. So just head on over to my website, thefafsaguru.com, and click on the Financial Aid Academy. If you are an independent student, a non-traditional student, or a graduate student, or you're the parent of a dependent student, and you just don't want to commit to a 10-month coaching program, then check out my 30-day financial aid bootcamp. This is a new program that I just launched to help families navigate the financial aid process in a shortened, condensed 30-day format. Each week, I'll host a live weekly webinar with a Q&A session going over everything you need to know about the financial aid process and how to maximize your financial aid offers. You'll also get membership in my private Facebook group where you can ask unlimited questions for the whole 30 days. I run this program every year right when the FAFSA opens so that you can ensure you're getting it completed and really maximizing your chances of receiving the best financial aid possible. I will likely be hosting a couple of other 30-day boot camps, so be sure to check my website, thefafsaguru.com, for more information. And I offer a free initial 10-minute consultation call to anybody that I've never worked with before. Whether you just have general financial aid questions or you want to learn more about the programs and services that I provide, navigate to my website, thefafsaguru.com, and click on free consultation at the top of the page. You'll also see a listing of all the other consultations that I provide. I can help you with anything you might need help with when it comes to financial aid. Even if you're just kind of getting ready for the financial aid process and you're trying to strategize and better understand how colleges determine financial aid offers and what you might qualify for as a family based on your income. You could hire me for a 30-minute strategy call and we could go over all of that information and I can help you better understand it all. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful.